Welcome back to the Momentum Sports Podcast. If you're new here, please consider hitting that like button and hitting that subscribe button. Comment down below your thoughts. Derek and I love talking about college sports, especially college football and college basketball. We're excited to get on to this next topic that you came here for. So let's get it. All right. Well, let's move on to the next game, which is on January the 10th, Texas and Ohio State. Derek, I'll let you start on this one because I know you got a lot to say about this one. So tell us who you got, even though we already know, but tell us why you got the horns.
So, okay, I definitely have the horns. Let me put it this way: that Texas Arizona State game was was a rare thing because what happened was defense didn't play well because the defense was on the field the majority of the time. What doesn't help with that is when your defense is there and then they get the ball back and then it takes two passes for Urs to score a touchdown, and the defense is right back on. And then they stop them again to find out they get a punt return, and then they're back on again. This does not help. This is probably the main reason why Arizona wore down the defense. It's one of the reasons. And we can score quick scores; they're great and all, but it's not going to happen against Ohio State. I think it's going to be a defensive possession and offensive possession pretty equal on both sides. I think Urus does well. It will take Urus to do well. And I also think it will take putting in Arch Manning and doing something different than they would think you would do. It's no joke. It's something they need. They need to bring all their arsenals to win this game. And I think that's what's going to happen. I think the defense will be getting more better rest in the beginning and reserving their energy throughout the game, just like Ohio State's defense will be too. I think it's going to be equal on both sides and see who's going to fight in the trenches better. That's what it's going to be. And I think Texas will win that ultimately will win that.
I think that Texas is like Penn State right now. They haven't played anybody. Um, I thought that Texas had a huge advantage whenever it came to matching up with Arizona State. I felt like Texas's strengths were Arizona State's weaknesses, and Arizona State's strengths on offense were Texas's strengths on defense. So I don't know why this was close, and the
You
fact that
turned
they
off the
let it.
TV.
I did. I thought it was over. I had turned off the TV. I left, been going on doing my thing, and I get a text that it's like, oh my gosh, I was wrong. Arizona State is back in this thing. And I was like, what? What do you mean they're back into it? I turned on my phone and I looked down and it was tied. And so I put it on immediately. And shortly after I turn it on, there's a flag for targeting. And I'm like, oh my God, Arizona State is going to win this. This is textbook targeting. They're going to get an automatic first down. Arizona State's going to win. And the ref comes out after the review. You can see he's taking a deep breath before his announcement. You know something weird is going on. And he said it wasn't targeting.
That's how it should be.
And that
When
is
they check.
whenever things were like, what? What? Anyway, Texas, Arizona State still, even after that, it went to overtime. They had their opportunities. Texas capitalized off their opportunities. Arizona State did not. Arizona State would not. It was not a guaranteed win, them getting that first down, but they were in the driver's seat to get a fairly easy field goal attempt to win the game. Um, I have some concerns about Texas. Just I think they've got it coming. I think that they've slid by some teams that they had no business sliding by on, and they just have not gotten the challenging schedule that some of these other teams have had. And losing twice to Georgia, who got dominated by Notre Dame. I think that Ohio State is better than Georgia, and I think that Ohio State is playing really well. You talked about the chip on Will Howard's shoulder. I, I I I think Texas is running into a buzzsaw. I think they're going to hit a brick wall here, like Penn State, and I think both of these games are probably going to be blowouts. Notre Dame winning by double digits, and I think Ohio State will do the same. However, Texas does have the athletes to go to toe with Ohio State. It's Texas's coaching that concerns me. In the third quarter, Texas just doesn't show up. They let the other teams get back into the game, and you can't play like Texas has been playing against Ohio State. Texas let Clemson back into the game in the third quarter. Texas let Arizona State back in. And again, Clemson and Arizona State, they're not even close to the roster that Ohio State has. And Ohio State massacred Tennessee, massacred their rematch in Oregon. That's how you do a rematch right there. Ohio State and Oregon. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you got this far, please consider hitting that like button and commenting down below with your thoughts. We'll see you guys in the next video.